What was the toughest night you've experienced as a parent? My son passed away 2 weeks ago, and his last words keep replaying in my head. My eldest son was only 16. He was my wife's firstborn, and I adopted him at the age of 7, making him my only son at the time. I loved him as much as my other 2 boys we had later. He was my best friend for so many years, but definitely started to back off in his teens, where he just became standoffish and just a teenager, I guess. Anyway, on the 1st of this month, his mom was heading to a town about 90 minutes away. He was awake and doing stuff around the house when she left around 10 a.m. I worked from home and was on a call until 11:30 a.m. when I came out of the office and told him and his brother I was running to get us lunch. He kind of just nodded at me without saying much, which was normal. I got back to the house with the food around 12:20 p.m. He came out to grab his food but looked wobbly and his eyes were not focusing on me very well. He was also mumbling really low and sort of stumbled once immediately, because I'm an idiot and a jerk. I started asking him, "What are you on? Tell me what you took," and accusing him because it was so unlike his normal actions. He responded with nonsense answers like, "I didn't steal anything. I bought it at the computer store this morning," and then, "Oh yeah, I'm going for a drive later if you want to come," or something like that. He was completely out of it, so I grabbed his wrist to check his pulse. All I remember was that it was rapid as hell. He allowed me to check his pulse, but yelled, "Why are you restraining me?" when I did it. That's when I told his brother to stay in the living room and took him into his bedroom. I sat him on the bed and told him to show me what he took. I can be pretty hard on my boys, but I swear on my life I was not at this time. I told him a number of times, "I am not going to be pissed. I just need to see what you're on so I can tell if we're in trouble here. And just show me the pills, buddy. Just show them to me." Finally, he pointed to a Walmart bag on the floor and said, "Everything I stole is in there." So I opened up and dumped the bag on the floor. It was all his school supplies we just bought the day before. Nothing substance-like in there. That's when I started questioning myself. I knew he wasn't a substance user. I knew he never really left the house all summer. So why the hell am I accusing him like this? That's when it clicked. Holy crap, he's having a stroke. I called 911 and asked for EMS as I was on the phone. I went back to him and demanded he smile at me. He was kind of laughing and gave me a big smile on his face. Wasn't drooping or anything. Then I said, "Okay, buddy, raise your hands." He gave a ha-ha, then said raise the roof and lifted his arms. They didn't seem to be weak, but as he started to sit back down on the bed, he kind of fell. So I grabbed his hand in this kind of clasp and he squeezed mine tightly. Then he said it. His last words were, "Oh my God, why is he in our house?" As he looked up over my shoulder. I know now he saw death coming. And he was so freaking scared. I grabbed his hand and told him repeatedly, "It's just me, buddy. It's Daddy. I am here for you. It's just me. It's just your dad." I couldn't even think of any other words to say. I knew he was scared, and I just tried to reason. I held his hand and he held mine as he had that first seizure. I was quick to put him in the recovery position after the convulsions stopped. The paramedics were so freaking fast. Like 3 minutes after my call, my middle kid was letting them in the house. When they arrived, he was still breathing, and in the recovery position I put him in with the first seizure. He ended up having several more right after the paramedics got there. And during one he quit breathing and his heart stopped pumping. They worked on him for a long time and we called ourselves to the hospital once they got the compression machine on him. Despite our efforts, by 1:50 p.m., my eldest son was dead at 16. His mother left the house at 10 a.m. with her son happy and healthy, and the next time she saw him at 2:30 p.m., he had died. She can't forgive herself for not being there. I can't forgive myself for being unable to help him and for being such a freaking idiot as to accuse him of taking substances, not knowing how the hell it all happened so fast, and knowing his last words were ones of fear and terror have been messing me up for almost 2 weeks now.